Hello, my little geese. Welcome back to my channel. This is Shamily, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make a star-shaped island on your island. And for that I decided to go around the resident service. You will find on the screen the exact dimension of the star, because right now what I'm digging is not going to be the correct dimension. I had to do some adjustments afterwards, but you will see. But so, as you know from the moon-shaped island video, and if you haven't seen it, I recommend you go and check it out. But so from that video, you know I like to work with digging holes to trace the shape. Sadly, kind of sadly, this is not enough, because if you just only trace the holes, it does not show on your map, and you have no clue of the dimensions of your star. And a star is kind of huge and big, and I don't know, it's bigger than a moon, and it's harder to trace as well. If you need some example, I totally advise you to look at pixel art, because that's the closest way you're gonna get to your perfect star. On my side, I decided to go freestyle and just freehand the shape of the star. So that's what I did, and just because I realized the holes were not enough, I decided to trace with water the important point of the star, so that when I would look on the map. And for this exercise, I was always going back and forth with my phone to check the map and to check the shape that I was creating, but at least I had some kind of guidance on where my star was going and how it would look like. I didn't want to have a perfect star, in the sense that I didn't want it to be perfectly symmetrical. I wanted to have a bit of this natural vibe that Animal Crossing can bring to you, and so I didn't want to have full straight lines and just a copy paste from both sides. So I tried to make a more artistic star, which made things a just a tiny bit more difficult, but in the end we got there. And just because I'm still digging the holes and nothing interesting is going on, I'm just gonna try to explain a bit the theme going on for this island, because you're gonna tell me, Sham, you're going crazy, there's way too many themes for your island. And it's true, it's an all blue, all water, Fairycore and Tropicore island with space theme. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but listen, I have a good reason to all of that, and you're gonna see by the end of this video that it actually makes sense. But before I go into more details about that theme that you're gonna see, I am just done with doing the holes for the shape. You can open your map and you can see kind of the contour of a star with the water that I traced. And so what you want to do is fill the whole tour of the holes with water. So now you're digging your shape. And to have straight lines, you have to dig at the outside of the star. Not like I just did, but I'm gonna show you in a second. And for that, I'd advise that you put 2 rows of water behind your star, because otherwise it's gonna be a bit more complicated. So you just go have a second row of water. It doesn't have to be beautiful, or it can if you want to make, it following, but for me it doesn't have to be beautiful, because as I'm telling, it's gonna be a full water island, and I'm just showing you the important borders that I'm digging out so you can follow along. But that was the goal basically. And so it's gonna be a full island. My island name is Equinox, and Equinox has something to do with the stars and with the moons and everything. So I decided, what's better than just having a full water island, and having shapes that are in kind of correlation with moons and stars, and moons and stars and more stars. So that is why I'm starting with a star shape. And so as you can see, my star is a bit looking wanky, so I had to do some changes in the shape, and that is why I'm telling you the dimension I've put on the screen are the final dimensions for your star, so you don't have to do much changes while you're going through it, not like me. And so what I wanted to do then for this island is really going with like Fairycore, because it was like, space. I am not really a space girl. Like, I don't really like all the rockets and all of those items in the game. But what I do enjoy is like the stars, the moons, all celeste items and all of that. And so I was like, okay, those are bringing to me Fairycore. But I didn't want a traditional Fairycore island. I really, really felt like I wanted to have something a bit tropical, because I really wanted to use the bamboos and also the glowing moss, and I feel like those elements work well together. And so I really felt like, okay, this is tropical, but I really want some Fairycore, so it's gonna be a tropicore kind of vibe. And I feel like this theme doesn't make any sense until you see it decorated. So I am encouraging you to stay on this video and wait till we get to the decoration part as well, because I honestly am very proud of it. It was not my bestest build, I'm gonna say, because it's very hard for me, you know it. Like, it's always hard for me to get into the theme. But honestly, I feel like I did a great job for the first attempt at fairy coring something. But here I am getting to the end of my star shape. It's not perfect. By all means, it's not perfect. I'm sure you can do better than that. But if you don't know how to start or where to start, here is how you can make a star-shaped island. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of me. When you're on the island, it's looking really cool. And don't mind the rest, because it's gonna be all filled with water. The reason why I started with the resident service, by the way, is because due to this shape, I didn't know how far it would go, and I didn't know how to start my entrance. So my entrance is already planned in my head, but I needed to know how I'm gonna link it all together. I also want to have a bridge at one point linking to a resident service, so we're gonna see how it goes. And then I started decorating, and honestly, it was so hard. I think I started decorating before I found my designs, and I really didn't know how to start this. But I decided to use the in-game path, this in-game rock path that I've never used before, or not like in plain sight. And I decided to use borders, and I really want to go with like all blue villagers, all blue bushes, everything has to be blue, the flowers and everything. And this path, like on top of the game path, was like really cool. Just wish I had a tiny bit more space to just, make it a bit beautifuler, but you gotta work with what you have. And then this is the part where I struggled, because I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna fit anything in that small space? But in the end, I think it went beautifully. And this is where I started incorporating all the theme core of my island. So a lot of lights. You're gonna see at one point we go to the nighttime, but a lot of lights, a lot of mushrooms, a lot of because of the effect, I'm gonna use also a lot, of course, of the stars and the moons items, all the celeste theme kind of stuff. But there are two type of items I really enjoyed using. This is the palm tree lamp, and then there is also a lot of frozen pillars and frozen items, which in the night have a very, very cool vibe. I'm also forcing myself to use more and more bugs, because I really want to have like those blue effects. I'm also gonna use beta models, and fish models is something you usually don't use, but I was like, it's Fairycore. It's like not supposed to be realistic in any case. It's supposed to be beautiful, and the beta model is actually matching like the designs I found, and it's like a really cool. And then you might be wondering, why am I doing like path on all the shape, like all the peak of my star? Well, it's because since it's gonna be a full water island, I'm gonna have, and this is hard because I did not plan too much ahead, but I'm gonna have to be able to hop from islands to islands to go on each shapes. And so I needed to be able to exit the little star from somewhere. So for now, I decided that this was from there, but I feel like this island is gonna be so hard, because I feel like I should all terraform it and then decorate it. I don't know, it's really hard. And then I'm showing you a preview of the flowers I decided to use, but it's a mix of blue and white flowers because white flowers are my go-to, and blue because it looks very good. And here we arrive a bit more at nighttime, so you're gonna see how pretty it is in like the final reveal, how it looks like so gorgeous in the nighttime and with all the lights and everything. I was really worried, but I honestly, it looks so good. So I'm gonna let you enjoy how the rest of the decoration is going. Please don't forget to put a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video, and don't forget to subscribe to see more of this amazing island. Or maybe I'm just like hyping myself too much, but I feel like it's gonna be a challenging but fun journey. So don't forget to put a thumbs up and to subscribe for more. And this is where I'm just adding the final touches everywhere, adding some star fragments. But this is it for this island, and or at least this build, not the island. But I hope you liked it, and if you did, don't forget to put a thumbs up and to subscribe for more video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.